Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and tonight I'm joined by Dana.
Hello.
Tonight we're going to be watching Season 4, Episode 16.
I just thought we'd start with Class Couple. Now, it's not much of a contest here, folks. Yes, it's those two people so in love, they make the rest of us want to puke on a daily basis. Joey Potter and Dawson Leary.
I knew that's where that was headed.
But at the same time, like, dude, get off their jock, for crying out loud. It's just so cringe.
And nobody voted for that. He made that
He
up.
just typed it out on a computer and printed it out and goes, "Hey guys, you know those polls? What talking about senior polls? This dude's literally, it's so, oh, it's awful. It's like, I'm embarrassed for this guy.
Okay, now how is this a fair fight? What do you want me to do? Hit her back? She's a girl.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Joey will fight a guy.
Well, I wish she
hit him.
Listen, I can't feel any positive feelings towards this woman right now. Like, anytime, I don't know. I'm not gonna like that whole scene of them being in love. It makes me feel like a pit in my soul. And this is like, yes, I want to be like, yes, queen, fuck that motherfucker up, but I can't even enjoy it because she's a liar.
The whole sex before the 13th birthday, not a good idea.
You told me you were drunk the first time you had sex.
And the second and the third, but I think we've already been over this.
Relationship's weird. I don't know how to feel about it.
Is that for me?
Nope.
Do you feel like there's like an attraction?
I don't know. I don't want to say there is because that would be grossly inappropriate
Mm-hmm.
for the therapist to be entertaining anything. That's what Jen was trying to put out there. I don't want to like project that.
Yeah.
He feels creepy to me.
Yeah.
And
You know.
the vibe feels creepy, and I don't know if that's what they're trying to put out there or if it's just his face and the way his hair is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm unconsciously judging because of his appearance or if it's how the scene is genuinely playing out as like
Inappropriate.
weirdly flirty. It feels flirty. It feels like the conversation's flirty
Yeah.
and predatory-y. But like, I don't know anything about therapy.
Right.
And this is also TV, so I don't know.
It was also 25 years ago.
Right. So there's a lot there that like this could be just the date, like the time frame, the way that TV tries to portray therapy, and it looks predatory now from 2025.
Yeah.
But so I don't know.
Back then they were like, no, this is great. It looks helpful.
Well, they also had as like the first season a teacher preying on a student. So there's a lot here that
could go wrong.
Yeah.
So she knows?
Gretchen? Yeah. She knows, but it wasn't me that told her, She figured it out for herself. Are you mad?
You liar!
I'm a little embarrassed, but it'll pass.
But this isn't a problem, right? Because, if this is a problem, I'm pretty much willing to do anything in the universe to make sure that this isn't a problem anymore.
It's not a problem.
Okay.
You're a liar. You lied. You're a liar.
I mean,
I don't know.
And he can't tell that it's a problem because she went from full on dry humping him to like just laying there like longingly. Like,
well, and I don't even know how you would even begin to like tell them. But that right there was the appropriate time for her to be like, so I needed to tell you something. Because one step removed from Dawson knows that they had sex. It's over.
Right.
She's gonna tell him. It's gonna come out.
Yeah. It's gonna be made worse because we saw in the promo that she talks to Gretchen, so it's gonna be made worse by her trying to tell Gretchen not to tell him.
Like, I lied, so please. Well, so one of two things is going to happen. Either Gretchen's just going to word vomit it out somehow in some weird coincidental conversation. I don't know how Pacey and Joey having sex comes up naturally, but I don't know. Maybe she makes a joke.
I mean, I feel like the whole town talks about their sex life.
Right. That, or Dawson is going to also do something to the opposite. Basically, kind of just say like their relationship could come up, and she's gonna say oh, no, that didn't happen, or like whatever. And then it's gonna dawn on Gretchen that, oh, like somehow like there's gonna be a confirmation on one side or the other. Either Dawson's gonna find out that they did from Gretchen, or Gretchen's gonna find out from Dawson that Joey lied. And then I think Gretchen somehow finds out that Joey lied, and then she confronts her about it directly, which is crazy.
But it feels like something Gretchen would do.
Right? Yeah, for sure. It's just
Not that she doesn't really do that. It's just I feel like she doesn't beat around the bush. She's
no. There isn't a reason. And I think she would only be coming at it from the angle of like, stop fucking around with my brother. Like,
yeah,
don't do this to him. Like, if they like, because the fact that she lied to Dawson means something.
Yeah.
It means a lot of things. The fact that Dawson didn't invite Gretchen over when they're gonna have a full evening with an empty house means a lot of stuff. Like it's because it's not in the forefront of their like Joey doesn't want Dawson to know that she's had sex, and Dawson isn't having Gretchen at the top of his mind about any sort of intimacy.
Right.
So it's like,
but they brush it off as, oh, Dawson's just so naive and
or he's absent-minded. It's fine. But
right.
like I feel like Gretchen knows better.
Right.
Like she is older, so she's kind of been through, by then we've all been around the block. By then, even from 17 to 21 is you learn and experience a ton.
Yeah.
Teaches you a lot of life lessons, and maybe just the ability, and also she's a woman, so like the intuition is so much higher
Right.
than it's kind of wild.
So I'm sure she's just stopping by Dawson's, and then they're gonna go out, and then she's gonna go back to Doug, spend the night just like she said. So what if Mitch and Gail are out of town?
So is she really worrying about
why are they talking about this?
Is she also, so she's worried about Dawson finding out that she lied, but also is she worried that Dawson and Gwen, what's her name?
Gretchen.
Gretchen. I hold her Gwen. Gretchen is gonna have sex.
You see, the thing is, a part of me would have said no. She could care less. She should care. The fact that they're talking about it, I don't know why.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Sorry, boys.
Well, like it's kind of given right now. We have no idea, like the context, how they're bringing up this conversation, or how he's going to react to the information that Mitch and Gail are gone. But like, what the fuck is all I keep thinking. Is just kind of like, they do wrong thing, and then quite literally do everything to make the biggest problems of that wrong thing come to fruition. Right. Like do everything in their power to make sure that Dawson finds out that you lied, and then also that Pacey's gonna find out that you told Dawson that you didn't have sex. Just to give everybody like the worst time, and nobody has any nobody's relationships are surviving. Thanks, Joey, you dumb bitch. Like,
This is totally unfair.
Why?
Well, because I've never had sex.
So? I've never been to the Middle East, but I still have feelings on the topic. You've obviously thought about it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously.
And?
With Jen, I was 15 years old. I don't think it would have occurred to me to ask, really. Joey, I
kind of thought everything was perfect, but she wanted to wait, which is fine. You know, and then everything that happened. And then when they got back,
We're not going to talk about the blowjob that Eve gave you?
Well, oral sex and anal sex is not sex because, the Lord's not watching.
I don't think she actually gave it to him. I think he got like so rattled. That's when he crashed the boat, and it never actually happened.
Yeah. I think that she attempted to, and that nothing could happen because they crashed the boat beforehand.
And they almost were gonna on stage when he sat on the lever and the thing went up.
Yeah. So I don't know. The most I think Dawson may have done. Again, you don't know what happens off camera, of course, but like kissing, holding hands. This boy is so pure.
You know what? I know it is, but I have to go. I was really wrong about something. Very wrong. So just don't ask me any more questions, okay? Just let me go.
They're not over each other. Oh, it's so messy.
Ew.
But you also might be right. She might be like, "Don't mess with my brother," like you said.
Well, that's where I would be coming from if I was her. I would be like, if you're not over Dawson, you should not be doing all of this with my brother.
Right.
Like that, because ultimately this only leads to his hurt feelings.
And she seems to be the only one in the family that really cares about Pacey. Sometimes Doug, but mostly her.
Yeah, and basically, and she's also been there. Like Pacey deserves to be happy.
But he doesn't believe that.
I know. And that's why this whole situation makes me even more like upset about Joey lying, that it's kind of like, sure, it's like a white lie. It's not Dawson's business to begin with. There's so many things, about this that like make it like what people would think, like, it's not a big deal. No, it's a huge deal because in context of the scenario, like Pacey has done nothing but harper about the fact that Joey is not over Dawson. And Joey just did a very certifiable thing to prove him right this entire time.
And we talked about this in the last episode.
Yeah.
He flat out asked her, "What would you say to him if he asked you?" And she said, "He's not going to ask me, but I would tell him the truth." And then she lied.
That cherry on top of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, how horrible can you look? How hypocritical, how much of a liar and manipulator can you look? And the whole way they're framing this is as if like she did it unintentional. No, she did it with every intention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she lied, knowing full well all of this stuff, and that's what makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm sorry to drop by so early. I'm just looking for Gretchen.
She's not with you?
She was last night. She never came home.
No, but that's no big deal. She's probably just over at Doug's.
All right. You know what? You're probably right. She's probably fine. I just would really like to know if she got home okay.
Well, sure. I'll give her a call and then I'll call you, okay?
Could we do it now?
You want to call her?
Yeah, just borrow your phone. Take 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
Here we go.
Okay,
In a fucking robe.
Cell phones were becoming a pretty regular thing. Why can't they just call her from a cell phone?
Right. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess they would. I'm trying to remember. This is what, 2001?
2001, I had my first cell phone. Like, I had my old Nokia.
Yeah, 2001?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? It's the time of only free nights and weekend minutes.
Yes.
So you would not let if you're right there by a landline, you wouldn't let anybody use your cell phone.
Yeah, not till after
$1 million.
either after 7 or 9.
Right. Right. I think it's just out that window. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's not here. He's not gonna be here. Yeah, he never was gonna be here.
Okay, you win. Happy?
Yeah, can we go, please?
You know, would it kill you to sit and listen to some poetry?
Yeah, it would.
Okay, you're right.
You saved me a seat.
Poetry could be triggering for him since he was pretty much outed in a poem that he wrote.
Yeah.
Thank God. This place is gonna be so lonely.
It's one of the attractions.
You're mad about my little practical joke, aren't you?
Actually, no, I forgot about that in the wake of greater personal tragedies, but since you insist on invading my
You want me to
space...
unfix the election? Let Joey and Pacey win as class couple? Sorry. I can't do that.
It's like he secretly wants to be friends with this group, but all he knows how to do is just be like annoying and
It's
like
so it's draining. Like he is like his desperation for attention, like any attention. Like he's the type of person that will take anything. Like
and
he's ugh.
maybe it's because his mother and possibly his father only ever gave him negative attention, so he thinks if he acts out that that's what he deserves is negative attention.
It's so immature and like reeks of like, dude, get therapy. I just
Yeah.
God, I can't.
Where's the conflict? Where's the drama?
There isn't supposed to be any drama.
See, it's thinking like that.
They're always like, "Why are you here?" Go
Yeah,
for
like
it.
no one invited you over here. Did you literally just sit down to lecture me about how boring my life is? I don't give a fuck. Get out of here. Like,
You know, Gretchen, you're right about one thing. You weren't here last year, and you don't know what it's like, so there's no way that you could possibly understand.
But you have to tell Dawson the truth. There's no other choice here. And if you won't do it for him or for me, then just do it for Pacey.
What's up, you guys?
Bessie had some sort of a meltdown. I gotta go. Listen.
Right, give me a call, yeah?
Yeah.
girl, that is again a dumb move. Like, why would you leave them alone with each other? Like, why wouldn't you just be like, hey, Ken, why don't we just go to the bed and breakfast with the stuff you bought and then take him away from her? Fucking idiot.
You and Dawson had some sort of fight, didn't you?
Like Gretchen chose violence today. She's gonna tell
Yeah.
him.
Told Joey's what's up, and Joey obviously did not like hearing the truth. Like, you are playing with these boys. That's what this is. You're playing with them.
Joey lied to Dawson. I don't know why. I don't know what it meant. But he asked her flat out whether you guys were sleeping together, and she lied. And that's the truth, Pacey.
Well,
So, which one was your favorite?
there you go.
They're not dragging this out. They're not. They're not dragging this out. They're just going for it. I just. Oh my god!
I love watching you like hide.
It's just like I'm just sitting. It just feels like all these things could have been prevented. And this, whatever this is on the screen right now, this stuff is horrible. Like
Look
this
at her.
whole
She's
episode.
infatuated.
What's that?
She looks like she's infatuated with him.
It's really killing me, and I don't like. Mm.
Maybe this therapy thing has brought out her daddy issues.
It's gotta, and I mean, it just feels like they wanted to do the storyline and they couldn't have the guy pursue her because that would have been horrific. So they're gonna make her be this like. I don't like this. I don't know what the writers are doing right now.
Do you think we're doing something wrong?
No. Do you?
No. You don't think that we did anything wrong. I don't know why that you would...
Hey, see, did Gretchen say something to you after I left this morning?
Why?
No reason. Yeah, let's
For real? For real?
And now everybody's lying.
It's over. Their relationship's over. Like,
do you think he's like gonna hold on to that as ammo for when they fight the next time about Dawson, like they always do?
well, I think that this is going to be one of those like situations where he has kind of like has confirmation and then it slowly degenerates like the love he has for Joey, like almost like in a way that like resentment
Mm-hmm.
builds over slowly over time.
Mm-hmm.
And like once I feel like once he realizes that she has the capacity to lie about important things, nothing she says in the future really has any weight anymore. So like it's almost like opposite day all the time, which slowly erodes any romantic feelings.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. That's what I think could happen in this situation. That like they're just gonna.
Well, we had a good run.
It's just kind of like it really feels so messed up on Joey's to do that to like I don't understand how Joey doesn't see why Pacey should know this.
Mhm.
Like I'm struggling really hard with the understanding that Joey just doesn't like maybe it's just because it's about her and it's about Dawson and it's about her feelings. Either she's trying to be what's the word I'm looking for? She's like in denial,
Right.
or if like doesn't truly see the merit in telling Pacey from her perspective, even though it's equally possible that he already knows. Like, come on, girl. It's like, how naive can you be? Like,
I feel like I love them as a couple. They're my favorite couple on the show. I didn't remember it being bad this long between them because honestly, the best of them was before they even got together. It was the longing and the looks and him afraid to confess his feelings to her. I'm also a sucker for unrequited love, so like,
yeah.
but and then when like once it was out there, he he was just I felt like in season 3 he was more confident in his love for her.
hmm
And then it was like once they got together and they came back from being on the boat all summer, it's been nothing but insecurities and having to deal with Dawson being like the shadow over their whole relationship because they literally fight about him in every episode in
Yeah.
some way.
Right. And
I feel
now,
like it's just been bad all season.
yeah. And honestly, all of it feels justified.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. And now looking at it now, it's just kind of like, well, of course he feels.
They're still my favorite couple. Like I still love their sweet moments when they're alone and they're not fighting about Dawson.
Yeah.
I thought their first sex scene was sweet, and I loved her whole speech about how he waited and everything he did for her. But Dawson's always this like cloud over their relationship.
And I really still like, no matter what, I still feel like so like one of the main giveaways is the opening theme. If you ever look how the opening theme is edited together, like you think to yourself, especially this new season,
hmm
think to yourself, you're like that Dawson and Joey were still meant to be together, even though if you're actually watching, they aren't and
Right.
haven't been for a while.
Right.
And you keep thinking, why do the editors keep clipping in scenes of them walking hand in hand, them cuddling? You don't see Pacey and Joey together,
hmm
or Gretchen for that matter, and she's in the majority in the fucking
Right.
So it's just kind of like it reinforces the narrative that I think that Joey and Dawson are the one true pairing, OTP. Like there's meant to be, and that every single relationship outside of it is just a way station.
Yeah.
But it's just like
See, I don't like that. I don't like when a show is just stands 10 toes down in what their OTP is from the
Yeah.
like, because you don't know what the chemistry is gonna be. You don't know how the relationships are gonna evolve, so don't say before the pilot even airs, "This is it." Like,
Right.
let's see what
Well, like,
happens.
even when they refreshed the theme, like, for this season, they chose to keep doing that, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like so, like, in anime, most of the time, the front theme, all the scenes in the theme you see are basically the storyline, just in a very short, truncated, very trailer-esque types setup. And so every time I see a theme, I'm always trying to peep these scenes that they show you to see like, oh, when will I actually see this in person? When, what kind of little hints does this give me? And every single thing I see is just like Joey and Dawson, Joey and Dawson, Joey and Dawson, Joey and Dawson. Past, present, future kind of thing.
Right.
And they're like, but she's been with Pacey for a large portion of the season.
The whole season.
The whole season. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, how is it? Why is this theme like? Why would these edit this way? I think it's just because they're like trying to tell you subliminally that like we're going to break them up. The writers want to break them up, so they're trying to figure out how to do that.
Right.
And this is the way to do it by torturing my poor boy Pacey as much as they humanly possibly can. He's their like whipping boy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like, "He's fine. He can take it."
Like it's the same, but he's not allowed to be happy apparently, and it's just I don't know how he feels good in the relationship with Joey anymore after this because like he's not the type of person that doesn't see through things, you know? Like people say things and then like next thing you know, like but they really mean something else. Reading between the lines. That's really what I meant. He knows how to infer.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like if you're not like
Unlike Dawson, you have to hit him in the face with it.
right, right. Like the fact that he didn't pick up on the fact that like as soon as he brought up the fact that Joey and Pacey didn't have sex, Gretchen got upset that meant the opposite is true is kind of fucking crazy to me. He's supposed to be a smart guy. You should put that together. Like
Right.
it's that easy. And Gretchen said so. Like she told her, she's like, it's easy for people to put these two things together. Like you can't. Like I feel like Joey is being willfully ignorant, right? And
Or she knows Dawson well enough to know that he can't put those things together. She's like,
that,
"Not
al-
Dawson. Nope, not
that
Dawson."
also can be true, but Casey is not that person.
Yeah.
So that whole mess where she again had the opportunity to come clean right then and there. I mean, Pacey walked her down that path to tell him, and she chose against it. She's doing things that partners should never do. Like be upfront.
Yeah.
Lay it all on the table. What's the point otherwise?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why are you together? Why you're not like, especially if like that it's endgame, like we're in love. What's the point of lying forever? You're not gonna be able to keep it up
Right.
forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
Like, come on. So, it's just a situation of like where it's like this woman loves this guy, but then this guy loves that woman. Like it's a situation where nobody loves each other. They just love different people. Like
Right.
so people are chasing after people that don't want them. And you're kind of like, stop doing that. Like have some self-respect, you know?
Right.
And it's kind of like all these games that Dawson and Joey are playing, like it's just going to hurt Pacey and Gretchen. Like they're the ones who are going to get truly hurt by this because once they realize their true feelings,
Mhm.
they're the ones that get dropped off at the wayside when they could have been not involved at all with their mess. They could have figured it out, got back together, got again therapy. I don't know. It's just collateral damage. It's just not good.
Well, according to that promo, it seems that we have 7 episodes left of the season. So we're at the latter part.
Oh my god! It's only gonna get worse.
They're gonna graduate.
They're gonna like okay, so if the writers are doing their job, we're just doing this,
Uh-huh.
right? Until
Uh-huh.
we get to that last episode, mother, and then just oh.
Yeah. All right, well, stay tuned, I guess.
There are some good jokes. There's some good jokes.
Yeah, I feel like Jen and Jack are the lighter part of the show right now, and
Oh,
I'm
still
happy
gross,
when I
though.
see them because I'm just like, it's late.
Yeah.
Even though they deserve their own storylines.
Yeah, but it was so gross, though. It
Yeah.
was just so much cringe. But there was some really good jokes in this episode that really got me. They made me laugh. So I'll take it. You gotta give me something. God damn.
All right, well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Dawson's Creek. We'll be back next week with another episode. God help us.
I don't know if we'll survive.
As always, you can find us on all the other socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great night. Bye.